Am I the asshole for buying the house next door to my former friend? I, 30 male, used to be friends with a woman, 30 female, who I met at university. We were that close we were hanging out every day and got to know each other. We had a falling out as she stole a piece of my academic work and I faced an investigation from the academics and staff from higher up. While we were friends, she told me she was from X town and I told her I'm from Y town, both seaside resorts. I was shocked she was from X town because my mother went on holiday there every year and I scattered her ashes there when I was 19 after she lost her battle with breast cancer. X-Town is a really popular and sought-after area in England. Prices can go up to $800K for a 3-bedroom home and doesn't come by that easily. I searched the town on Rightmove to see if any properties had come up for sale, and there was one going for $325K. However, this property was so affordable because it needed modernizing and renovating. This property was also in a perfect location. It's by the seaside, I can go on long runs on the beach every day, which I do for my mental health. It's a 5-minute walk from where I scattered Mom's ashes. It's an 8-minute walk to the train station. I can get the train to central London. I work here 2 days a week, and so forth. It's cheap to live in this area. I did not step inside my property until after New Year's Day because there were a lot of jobs builders needed to do. After New Year's Day, I got to work doing the renovations I can do. A few weeks ago, an Amazon van pulled up to drop off packages. Next door wasn't in. He asked me if I could drop off a package. I saw the name, realized I'm living next door to my former friend, as it's a unique spelling, and said no. Ex-friend has now found out I live next door to her and her parents and banged on my door, causing a commotion. All the neighbors came outside. From speaking to relatives, I'm apparently an a-hole because I won't move house. I guess I'm probably an asshole for letting there be tension in the street, but it doesn't bother me that I live next door to her. As far as I'm concerned, I've moved on from this incident with her. It's in a dream location and I refuse to move at all because one person is unhappy. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for refusing to change the chore chart even though my wife works full-time now? I met my wife in college and she was soon pregnant after we graduated. We moved in together and it was decided that she will not look for a job until after she gave birth. Our daughter was born and my wife was a stay-at-home mom for the first 2 years. We had a lot of fight about the chore splitting. I was very overwhelmed coming home and having to do a ton of chores after work and also spend time with our daughter. This has gotten worse as our daughter has gotten older and is a little tornado. The biggest issue was she wouldn't pick up at all, especially in the kitchen. That meant I would come home, clean the kitchen, cook, and then clean the kitchen again, then have to go around and clean up the day's activities. We argued about this a lot, and her stance was she watches our kid all day long so I can clean up more when I get home. In the end, I gave in and we made an official chore chart. Her, watch kid, do laundry and grocery shopping, appointments. Me, dinner, everyday cleaning, whipping down counter, picking up toys, sweeping, etc. Trash, meal prep, and nighttime routine, bath, etc. In the summer, my company informed me that I would be let go around Thanksgiving. We talked it over, and my wife found a job and would be the main breadwinner for the time being. I was to watch our daughter, and I am in an online master program. At the moment, I am watching our daughter and doing my master program. I personally have now been having any issues, but my wife is. She hates having to come home and do chores and clean up after us. I actually leave it cleaner than what she has left me. I put dishes in the dishwasher throughout the day. We have been arguing about this constantly. She thinks it is unfair she has to do chores after working all day, and me pointing out that this is literally what I have done for the past 2 years, and keep pointing at the chore chart. She says she is the breadwinner now and I shouldn't have to do this, and I pointed out I was the breadwinner before to begin with and did this all, that I am watching our daughter and doing a program. She claims I am being unfair since I refuse to change the chore chart because it is literally what I have done for 2 years. My friends have opinions on this, so I need an outsider opinion.
Am I the asshole for calling my sister out for parentifying my niece? I was having a conversation with our mom about how I was just told that since I failed a class last semester, my financial aid was taken, so I have to skip this upcoming semester. Unprovoked, my sister jumped in, saying I needed to just give up on school because I've only successfully completed one semester in almost 2 years, just turned 27, and need to grow up and find a job because clearly college wasn't for me since the one semester I completed, I was constantly complaining about being tired and burned out. I pointed out that I was burned out because not only was I taking 21 credit hours, but also balancing two full-time jobs. She insisted that I had no idea what tired is, and that I don't have to work all day and then come home to kids, and all I do is game and feed off the government. I am legally blind and receive SSDI for my vision, or lack thereof. I snapped and told her she has kids but doesn't even parent, that the second my eldest niece could use the stove, she completely checked out, and that my niece has been essentially raising her sister since she was born. She immediately left and now won't talk to me. My mom says I went too far and had no reason to bring up her parenting, and now I feel like she may be right. I'd like to clarify that I started school in the fall of 2023, finished that semester, skipped spring 2024 because of how badly I burned myself out and the mental toll of losing my job that January, then went back in the fall of 2024, dropped out halfway through due to some mental health stuff, and skipped 2025 as a whole as I was putting all my effort into finding work, as living off SSDI is unsustainable. I planned to go back next week, but was given that news. I got withdrawal marks for the semester I dropped, but was told I didn't fail anything that semester. The only class I've failed was one English class that first semester, and it was solely because I was falsely accused of using AI on my final portfolio, which was an automatic fail. I've only attempted 2 semesters total.
Am I the a-hole for refusing to cook for my partner anymore? I, 28 female, have been doing almost all the cooking in my household for the past 2 years. My partner, 30 male, can cook, but he rarely does. I had been taking cooking classes at my local college and in the past in high school for several years. I've enjoyed cooking for him, but at this point it's basically expected. The issue is that no matter what I make, he always has something negative to say. If it's healthy, it's too bland. If it's indulgent, it's not good for him. If I try a new recipe, he says it's not something he'd ask for. He'll also add salt, hot sauce, or something else before even tasting it, then joke about how it needs fixing. Last week, after I spent over an hour cooking, he took one bite and said, "It's okay, but you should have done it differently." I snapped and told him I'm done cooking for him. I said I'll cook for myself, but he can handle his own meals from now on. I don't think it's fair to keep putting in effort just to be criticized. But now he's upset and acting like I'm the problem.
Am I the asshole for not giving my vacation day to a coworker getting married? My job has vacation days by seniority, and we submit the bulk of our vacation requests at the same time every year. So you kind of need to plan ahead if you have big plans, or you need to work around the days that are still available after we submit all our leave requests. When we did this process in March of 2025, I submitted a request for the day after MLK Day in January 2026. The day after a holiday is brutal at my job. There is a lot more work to do, and you are often stuck there late. I have frequently tried to get the day after a federal holiday off. Lucky me, there was one slot available, and I was the only person to request it, so I got it. Fast forward to December of 2025, and a coworker approaches me and tells me she is getting married. This is top secret info, and she is only telling a few people, but she would really like me to let her know if I cancel my vacation day so she can put in for it. She was able to get 6 days off for this secret wedding, but she really wanted my day off also. Okay, that's fine, I'll let you know. I could tell she was expecting me to immediately agree because she seemed kind of dejected. A day or two later, she tells me she doesn't want it anymore. I said, okay, I probably wasn't going to cancel it anyway. She said she thinks I would have because it's a big deal. After this, our relationship at work was about the same still, which is to say, I hardly know this woman and we're not friends or anything, just cordial coworkers. Not long after the vacation day request, there was a point where we were being forced to work overtime based on our seniority level. She was first in line and I was second. She asked me if I would trade spots with her because she had something going on after work, and I said I didn't want to do that. After that point, she stopped talking to me entirely. A couple of my other coworkers seem a little standoffish towards me now also. I can only speculate that it is because of something she said, but I don't know for sure. Look, I'm not doing anything on my vacation day. I just don't want to work that day. I put in for that day off almost a year ago, and I didn't want to work overtime that other day either, but I don't have a ton going on. I just flat out didn't want to. Maybe I should have tried to help my coworker out more? Am I the asshole for not canceling my vacation day and not working the overtime for my newlywed coworker?
Am I the asshole for keeping a collection of MTG cards that were wrongly gifted to me? Early December, a coworker asked me if I wanted Magic the Gathering cards her husband wanted to get rid of. I accepted and end up with 5 briefcases full of cards. Going through the cards, I found that they were a lot, and I mean a lot of cards ranging from anywhere between $15 to $80. I thought it was a little weird that her husband would just gift it away that many expensive cards, so I texted my coworker to ask if she was sure that her husband was giving everything to me. Her response was, yes, he is sure. He doesn't play with them anymore. Enjoy. So I kept the cards to build deck, trade some, and sold a bunch of them at my local card shop for a couple $100. Fast forward to yesterday. Coworker came to me during lunch to ask if I can give her back all the cards. Turns out that she didn't ask her husband at all before giving everything to me, and he's extremely pissed about it. I told her that I could give back the cards I still own, but I've traded and sold a lot of them and didn't have them anymore. She got pretty desperate when I told her that, and then asked if I could also give her, in addition of the collection I still own, the money I made so her husband can buy the cards I traded/sold again. I told her that I thought that I was already pretty nice to give back some of her husband's collection, but it's too late for the card I've traded/sold, and I'm keeping the money, so it's either that or I'm keeping everything. She got very mad, and when she started yelling at me to give everything, money included, back to fix this, I told her that's her problem, and she stormed off. She didn't talk to me since, and I still have the cards. Am I the asshole?